A new watchdog satellite called methane-sat is now circling the globe, tracking our methane production. And as climate activists increasingly target agriculture and agriculture-related emissions, could farmers be at risk? Virginia farmer John Boyd Jr. joins us now. So, John, thanks for joining us this morning. I'm always keeping an eye on what they're doing with, these kinds of developments, because supposedly it's supposed to go after the big, bad oil and gas companies. But there's no saying they can't use this satellite tracking, device to track methane, to track ranchers and their cows and the methane emissions there. Are you worried about the same thing?
Well, it's very alarming for America. Here we have these types of groups putting in enormous resources to target farmers and other companies right here in the United States. Why don't they do something to stop China from spying on the United States and putting resources there? It's always beat up on America's farmers. And, they put another $15 million into tagging beef cattle for America's farmers. So here we are, many farmers are facing foreclosure, are losing their farms, and instead of putting measures in place to help us, they continue to put bad policy in place to hurt America's farmers. And that same pot of money that Congress passed some months back, $1 billion for climate. And here they have top companies like Tyson Foods and others looking at producing bugs. So, who's going to eat bugs out here? Yeah,
no question about it. That brings me back, the State of the Union address, there were a lot of lies, and there are people, we're going to be tracking some of them today on the show. One of the biggest was Joe Biden trying to present himself as a champion of small farms and ranchers. And I nearly got up out of my seat when I heard that, because no one has done more to hurt small farmers, vilify them as terrorists and their cows as eco-terrorists, but also regulating them. And now these kinds of technologies, which I'm sure you, as you just said, are going to be used against American farmers instead of the Chinese.
Well, I sat there and watched the president's speech, and I did watch it. And I waited for him to say he was going to provide the $5 billion in debt relief that he promised our members. I waited for him to say he was going to stop farm foreclosures in his country. I waited for him to address the issue with the lowest cattle numbers in history since 1951. And the president spoke about how many potato chips was in the bag. Yeah. How many potato chips was in the bag is one of the issues that he highlighted. And I would like to say to the president, if we don't start investing in America's small farmers, there won't be any potatoes to put in the bag, because there won't be any small farmers in this country. And we're going to be begging third world countries to send us food here in the United States if we don't start putting America's farmers first now in the United States.
I want to go back to what you talked about earlier. So there was a $460 billion omnibus passed just this week. 15 million was spent on tracking devices for the cattle. Again, tell me why the government needs to track our cattle electronically.
They don't need to track my cattle. If you would like to know, I have 150 beef cattle here on my farm. I've been raising beef, good beef, I add, grass-fed beef for 41 years here in this country. I'm a proud dairyman, a beef cattle farmer here in this country. And that's the way that America's farmers want to be portrayed. We don't want a whole lot of policy that doesn't help us. And every time there's policies, we have to adapt to these policies. And here's another one, $15 million to tag my cattle, when I can gladly tell you what I'm doing here on my farm. How about putting some laws in place to help small farmers and beef cattle farmers remain on the farm and stop selling our farm? USDA is selling our farms at record numbers. We're down to 40,000 farmers in this country, and we're actually facing extinction here. Yeah. So instead, we're faced with all of these bad policies that don't help us but hurt us, but we have to adapt to them, and they don't want to put the resources in. That same climate money that you spoke about, not a dime is coming to Mecklenburg County. Some went to Virginia Tech and others, but no resources is coming to the county that I'm in, and we represent 130,000 farmers around the country.
Yeah, well, just as you said, the farmers are struggling. We're losing small farms and ranchers, and at the same time, the Chinese are gobbling up our farmland. Such a misguided set of priorities in our government. It's thanks for joining us, John, and for always shining a light on this problem. It's an American way of life. It's an American. That's right. Okay, thanks, John.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.